JR, how do you begin to process a game like that?
Yeah, great question. Like what I would say is you saw our team throughout the season just fight and find ways to win and give yourself a chance to win. So that was a tremendous character trait of our team. You saw it, like I think they got up 5 with like a minute to go. And the way we just pursued that one possession offensive rebounds, and Wags hits a big 3 to tie it up. So that last probably minute, you can't ask for anything more to give yourself a chance like that. So, great series, disappointing that we're the losers of it, and you digest it and you move on.
Yeah, you look at the box score, there's not much you guys did wrong tonight. You won the rebound count, you shot 50%, got to the free throw line. Is this just a matter of you tip your cap to a team that just played that tiny bit better tonight? And there can't be much that you're looking at going, I wish we'd done this better, or I wish we'd done this differently, right?
Oh, look, it's my job to do that. We're in the profession to win championships, so you're always striving to get better. We had a tremendous first quarter. They generated good momentum in the second quarter, and then the second half just become a battle. So in games like this, when you have momentum like that, you just need to be able to squeeze the juice a little bit more, and we just couldn't find that in the second quarter. But great game. But as I said, very disappointing that we're on the losing end.
Looking back on the entirety of the season, and you spoke about the character of this team, and you guys have had your challenge with injuries at time this season to a number of players, but what are you kind of most proud of, especially around this second half of the season when you guys really came together and made a run and put yourself in a position to advance tonight?
Throughout the season, the veterans, they did a great job of bringing the young guys along. And then the young guys did a great job of utilizing their opportunities at different times of the year. I liked how we didn't make a big deal of the injuries throughout the season. We just kept playing, and during the year we were starting two rookies and a second-year guy, and we generated good things off of that. So, where our roster was and how we navigated that throughout the year, phenomenal job.
Jesse played in a lot of big games and big series over the course of your career. How does this series kind of stack up in terms of intensity, competitiveness, and tonight's game especially?
Look, I think Jazz said it, I'm sure it's fun to watch and entertaining, but at the same time it sucks to lose, right? I don't care how boring it is, I still want to win. So, sure it's entertaining to watch, but at the end of the day you want to win, so disappointing.
Have you given any immediate thought to your plans? I know you kind of said you won't talk about it or think about it until the off season, but given how you've still been playing, given what you did in the last 20 seconds of that game tonight, you given any thoughts to playing?
Look, it's not really a discussion for now. I'll start thinking about it now and sort it out later.
Following on from that, Bryce, has he given you any indication if he wants to go around next year with Perth?
No, we just lost a really heartbreaking series. And no offense, we've just addressed 2 players' situations for next year. Let's reflect on the season, the series, if we can, please.
I just meant that if it was their last ever match, it was obviously a heartbreaking way to finish with the club.
Absolutely. Yeah, I would agree with that.
How much do you spend on unpacking this series and this season before you start to look ahead to next season?
Oh, it works hand in hand. You're always evaluating situations, but in saying that, we were very close to sitting here talking about being in a championship series. And if you look in my time, I think we're progressing nicely through that, So you're always evaluating those situations.
What about for yourself, in terms of, you know, personally, like looking back on the season, do you kind of do your own reflections on it?
Oh, like all the time, and I think you really reflect heaviest in playoff moments. You know, like what could have I done a better job of in different moments, and that's where you grow. And until you sit in that chair, you don't get to really feel that. You know.
You talk about you know, unpacking things, and you know, a game like this, and it's like you said, it sucks to lose, but you have guys like Christian Doolittle goes off for 37 and 10, and Bryce has some incredible moments throughout the game. Benny Henschel has some great moments. Like, you can go down your list, and all these guys have stood up and contributed, and obviously Jesse closes out, hits that 3. Is it sort of hard to kind of, I guess, you know, mesh that disappointment of the loss, but also the performances of guys that put you, you know, almost to the brink?
Yeah. I'll steal Wags' words, and at the end of the day, we're here to win, and we didn't do that. So then you look at everything and what could we all do a little bit better to achieve that. You saw that on display in the fourth quarter of game 2. You know, so like nothing's gonna trump the final result.
Obviously nothing, there's very little between the 4 teams in the semi-finals. Do you have any thoughts on a favourite for the Tigers?
No. Perth Wildcats aren't in it. Good luck.
John, a little bit cruel for someone like Christian to be on the losing end of the score line. Can you just describe to me his performance tonight?
Yeah, dude was like, I think, I don't know, probably once he returned from his injury, he's probably shown that he's probably deserving of a few more accolades and credit that he gets around the league. Like, yeah, that one blows my mind. That guy shows up to work every day and does it at a pretty elite level and gets overlooked for a lot of things, in my opinion. He's, yeah, unbelievable.
Was there a reason to not play? Sorry. Was there a reason to not play Aquera and Pepper tonight? Bring them into the rotation?
Yeah, like you see playoff basketball wherever it's in the world, the rotations shorten, and you know, like, you get asked these questions like Doolittle was pretty good, Pinder was good, then we go with Wagstaff, like 40 minutes, 5 guys on the floor. It's hard, you know, and that's the thing that gets lost in all of this. Those guys, and I can only speak for my team, but those guys, the extra work, the readiness that they do every day for whatever opportunity comes their way is something in professional sport that gets overlooked, and how they have to deal with that. Those guys have been tremendous this year.
Go ahead, Craig.
John, commiserations. The Ben Henschel shot was blocked by Marcus Lee, which may have been a goaltender and kept on going. They scored 5 points straight after that. Did you have a view of it, and what are your thoughts of it in hindsight?
I had a view of it, but I'll have to put the game on my computer and just make sure my eyes were telling me what I felt in that moment.
Is it hard to accept that right now, given the way that the impact that may have had on the result?
It'll be interesting reviewing.
Jesse, you were out there. Did you get a look at it?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of irrelevant. It was a block. Yeah, it was a block. It was, yeah, it's kind of irrelevant what I think.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.